What is happening, my blocked buddies? This is Blocked Content, and today is what we call the night before. That's right, it's really soon until we get to uncover every single secret that we've had to keep secret for the past couple of months. It's about the Nintendo Switch, and we just want to know everything about this machine. We want to know about the games, we want to know about what the system can do, we want to know official titles, we want to know release dates, and we want to know the pricing. Right, guys? And that is so soon now. We just have to wait a few more hours, and I'm so excited for that because, we've had these lingering questions about what the launch lineup will be. And we've seen so many, hints of games like the new Mario Kart game, like the new Splatoon game, and especially my favorite, the new Super Mario game. The one that looks like Super Mario 64 mixed with a little bit of Super Mario Sunshine, mixed with a whole lot of 3D World kind of gameplay, and maybe a hint of Galaxy somewhere in there. And I just can't wait to figure out what is the title of that game. What is the storyline of that game? Is there, a unique storyline other than, Princess Peach has been kidnapped or whatever? But most of all, I think the hype has never been bigger than this moment because, in a few hours, we'll just sit behind our desks and, watch Nintendo's big presentation, and they're gonna have to show us everything they've got now. They're gonna have to go, every single game that they have in development, they have to show us now. They gotta go guns blazing with this, and the reason is the Wii U, and the Wii U didn't do all that well, and it left a lot of people wanting, more games. It left a lot of people sad because there were so many holes of, drought by, games that never really came. And so even with the thing of Breath of the Wild, that Zelda game looks incredible, but it should have been out for the Wii U a long time ago, and the only reason that it isn't is probably because it's coming to the Switch and they wanted to have it there first. Now, I am so happy that Nintendo is gearing towards sort of a different demographic with the Switch, right? I'm curious what you guys think of that, but it feels to me from the trailer alone and how they kind of market the thing that they don't necessarily want the, everyone is a gamer, this is a family machine, because, there wasn't really a family feeling to the whole Switch trailer. To me, it's more of like a perfect console for on the go, but it can also double as the home console for hardcore gamers. And that's definitely what I think people really expected from Nintendo after not only just the Wii U, but the Wii before that. The Wii was a great console. I love the Wii U as well, but the Wii, it was a great console. It was a new concept. Everyone copied it, but there was not too much in terms of games for the gamers that were, longtime fans of Nintendo. And I know generations grow, and so we have to go with the times a little bit, but it doesn't excuse games like Metroid Other M. It had some great games, the Wii. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 are definite, standouts. And I think Super Smash Bros. Brawl did a lot of great things as well. But overall, I think people expected a lot more from the GameCube's successor, because the GameCube, it brought the AAA titles, and the Wii U after that kind of did its best to give us some new experiences and also some HD remasters for the first time, because we got HD gaming, right? And, it hit the mark a few times. I think Smash Brothers for Wii U is a phenomenal game. It works really well. It looks really pretty, but it still misses that spark that Brawl did have. It still misses that spark that Melee had, and the same goes for Super Mario 3D World. I am a big fan of Super Mario 3D World. I love everything about the art direction. I love the 4-player co-op. I love the moves, and I love that every single level is super different from one another. But I have a big problem with how they're generalizing and simplifying the formula for Mario games now. And it seems like they're also kind of doing it to different franchises. We've seen it with Metroid with Federation Force, but especially with 3D World, I was like, oh man, I really want Nintendo to go into a different, bigger direction with the Mario 3D platformer franchise and not, gear it more towards the 2D Mario game. And to me, that's what Nintendo is doing now. It's kind of generalizing their games so much so that they don't become iconic anymore, but they're trying to be the same type of iconic that they've always been. Now, I have a big love for Nintendo, and I know that they'll pull through and give us new experiences. I mean, they're still doing it. I mean, Splatoon was a great Wii U game that I think a lot of people loved, and there was also a lot of great content on the Wii U in terms of first party, because Mario Kart 8 was an incredible game, and we're also getting Breath of the Wild still for the Wii U, so it's not that big of a loss. And, you know, as you know, third parties go, Bayonetta 2 was also one of my favorites. Now, the reason that I'm naming all of these is just because we have to look back before we look forward. So I have to say my favorite console of the past is probably the SNES. I mean, that was, you know, I grew up with the NES. I grew up with playing Kirby's Dream Land, which was an awesome game. But when I noticed that the SNES had a little bit more power, you know, could do a little bit more in terms of music and sound, I mean, I got hooked on a game called Super Mario All-Stars, and I've actually streamed that for you guys a few months before. So I know that, you know, that's one of the special games to my heart. I love the Nintendo 64, have many great memories of Super Mario 64, and also Wave Race of all games. I love that thing. Great soundtrack as well. But the GameCube was definitely a highlight because those were the days that I really got into gaming, and so I tried to play Smash Bros. Melee a little bit competitively as well. The game disc is so scratched that it probably doesn't even work anymore now. And then the Wii came out and it had great games too, but I got kind of out of gaming at that point. Now the Wii U came back around, and then I picked up the slack a little bit because it was Nintendo and it had this special spark, but now I really want gaming to come back into my life, right? I really want gaming to dominate my life again and say, hey, you gotta take some time off, dude. You gotta play some video games because that's what you do now. And I just can't wait for Nintendo to bring the goods, because I know that the Nintendo Switch will be that console where you're like, hey, you're going to work and it takes about 15 minutes, you know, to be in this train, and it takes about 30 minutes to be in that one, and you got some time off. Well, you can play a game and you can have fun again, you know, and you're home. Well, you can dock it now and you can, you know, do the home console version of that game. And I think that Nintendo has the right formula here. And I just want to say, you know, everyone who has been responding to everything that I've said in my previous video, thank you so much. There have been so many kind people responding to my I actually held the Switch in my hands video, and it was so heartwarming to see. A lot of you guys didn't really know if you could believe this or not. Just for the record, I did. I tried to be as you know, detailed as I could, but there was nothing like clickable sticks or like analog triggers or something like that that I wanted to check out. You know, I was just pretty hyped to have it, and it was really, really short time that I had it. So I wasn't really analyzing it for the channel. I was really just doing, you know, my wide-eyed kind of first thing that came to my mind, and which was, wow, this is how it feels. This is what it looks like. This is the matte finish that I told you guys about. Overall, it was not that big of a deal, but it felt really special, and I think over the world at every single Nintendo office that moment happened for a lot of people. So there should be a lot of other reports out there like that, or I'm going to get super fired. But yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, I think I'm good. I don't know. I'm still here. I'm not sniped yet through the window by Nintendo's snipers. So anyway, the one thing that I wanted to say was, guys, the Switch is coming, and it's coming tomorrow, and there's nothing we can do to, you know, stop the time, and, you know, it's just coming. It's coming in fast. And I want to thank you guys for the journey. You know, block content is going strong, and I think we're going to do a lot more fun stuff with the Switch, but I think that this journey was a special one. You know, it was like it was a saga or something. It was like this unique part in history where there was this big thing that we were expecting that ultimately we didn't really know all that much about. And every single day someone tried to, you know, create the rules or, you know, create leaks or rumors and stuff like that. And you know, I'm very happy that we could respond to those things and talk about those things, because it meant that we hyped each other up a little bit, and it meant that we kept dreaming for different things and wanting different things. And it was really cool to see you guys respond to that. And I'm just very grateful. And the one thing that I wanted to end this video on mostly is that I am going to do a live stream tomorrow, which will be a live stream that I will do prior to the big event, which I thought would be the perfect way to celebrate something really, really big, because as I'm pressing F5 now, oh no, I just pressed F5 this second and I now have 3,000 subscribers. That was insane. I just pressed the button just now and I got the 2 extra subscribers that I needed for 3,000. So I hit 3,000 subs. My heart's a bit aflutter. This is amazing. We started this Block Content channel just 6 months ago, just half a year ago, and now having 3,000 subscribers in that short amount of time, I'm getting goosebumps and I'm shaking. This is so cool. It means that you guys latch on to our format and the way that we do things, and there's definitely so much room for improvement for us, and there's so much that we can still do with the channel, and so many new ways that we can make you guys happy and give you all you want. But I think that what we've been doing in the past has been so effective and has been so much fun, and I've actually met a couple of you guys at conventions, and I've done all that I can with you guys' feedback. And now it's also time for me to give back, because starting this month and starting the 17th of January, we will be receiving loot chests. And loot chests are, kind of like the Loot Crate thing. I mean, it's exclusive to Holland. And what it means is that we'll receive a box which has stuff from Marvel movies and Nintendo and DC and stuff like, other video games. And we will actually give away every single thing that is inside that box to you guys. We will unbox it with a fun video, and we'll just give that away as, our gift to our viewers. I mean, thank you so much for being a part of this wild ride, and we just want to give back a little. We love you guys for being so on top of everything with Block Content, and, now that we have 3,000 subscribers, it means that, I have sort of an obligation to keep going and to notice that what I'm doing is amazing and that people latch onto it. And I think that if we can have 3,000 subscribers in 6 months, I mean, how far will we be in another 6 months or in a year? I mean, this channel could potentially be, not Block Content, but Blocked Company, There are so many things that we can do with this channel that I just can't wait to grow even more. And so to give back, not only do we do the loot chest thing, but also tomorrow we will have an exclusive live stream here on YouTube where we will talk Nintendo Switch. So if you want to ask me questions about what does the Switch feel like in your hand, did you really hold it, tomorrow is the time. So be ready around this time when I post this video. Around the time when this video is posted, I will be online tomorrow doing a little Q&A about the Switch, a little bit of news about the Switch, and our predictions beforehand. I will also play the drums to the songs that you put in the comment box like we did last time. It was awesome. Maybe play a little bit of video games, but the last stream was so much fun, and I promised that when I hit 2,000 subs, I would do another stream. Now the subs came in so fast that now we are at 3,000 subscribers, and I did not have time for that live stream. So I think it's time to give back, and I think we're going to do that tomorrow. And I'm not going to stream the conference. I'm not going to stream the direct. I think that everyone has to experience that in their own, environment and take it in your own special way. But we will immediately create videos and discussions about it. And I think that the news will never stop coming in terms of Switch, because there will be so much more to finally discuss. So I can't wait. I hope you guys can't wait. And, for all news on Nintendo Switch, just, hit the subscribe button, become a part of the Blocked Content family, because this family of 3,000 strong, it doesn't sound like a lot, because, the other YouTubers have been around for so long and they've had so many subscribers. They're at 300,000 and 600,000 and 900,000, and this number means so much to me because, starting this up from the ground was just so hard, fitting that into your daily life, making daily YouTube videos. It can be a lot. In the beginning I was like, well, this is not as hard as I expected. But as the months go on, you notice that this is a commitment that you're bringing to you guys, to the people, and you can't screw up. You have to give something. You have to still be entertaining and funny. You have to sometimes cover the leagues that you in your heart know are kind of, never even remotely going to be true. And I am trying to be truthful about those things, but I just want to bring everything to you and not hold anything from you. And I'm so happy that you guys enjoy it, that we are now 3,000 strong, and now actually 3,001 strong as I press the refresh again. So thank you. And I want you guys to subscribe if you haven't already. And for everything else that you need, your video game tabloid, We Are Block Content. Stick around tomorrow for the exclusive live stream here on YouTube, and you will have the chance to win contents from the loot chest, and also ask me questions about actually holding the Switch in my hand, and we can together get some hype for the actual Switch presentation that will happen. So thank you so much. This was Block Content. Tomorrow is the big day, so stick around. And for all news on the Nintendo Switch, this is Block Content, and you know exactly where you should be. Thank you so much.